You weren't recruited. You drifted here. One bad month. Then another. Bills stacked higher. Jobs disappeared. People stopped answering your calls. Someone noticed. You just have to watch. Easy money. No experience needed. No questions asked. You tell yourself, it's temporary. Just until life gets better. The first morning begins before sunrise. A quiet neighborhood. Shops still closed. Streetlights still glowing. You stand on a corner. Hands in your pockets. Trying to look normal. Your phone buzzes. You're in position? You type one word. Yes. No names. No greetings. Just business. You scan the street. A delivery van. An old woman walking. A bus coughing smoke. Nothing unusual. Or so you think. Minutes later. Another message. What color was the van? You freeze. Blue? Gray? You hesitate. Then answer. White. Reply. Wrong. Your stomach sinks. Someone was watching. Not the street. You. You weren't hired because they trusted you. You were hired because you were expendable. Every movement, every distraction, every mistake is being judged. You straighten your posture. Your eyes never stop moving again. The morning passes. Cars come. Cars leave. People appear. People disappear. You begin noticing patterns. The same taxi. Every hour. The same dog. Every afternoon. The same man pretending to read a newspaper. Nothing is random anymore. Everything means something. Or could. By sunset. Your feet ache. Your mind aches more. You finally receive the message. Go home. No, good job. No, thank you. Tomorrow. You'll do it again. Level 2. Learning to see. Nobody trains you. The street does. You learn that normal is an illusion. That man buying coffee could be exactly that. Or he could be watching. The woman sitting on the bench. Maybe she's waiting for someone. Maybe she's counting faces. You never know. Your eyes become cameras. Every license plate. Every backpack. Every hoodie. Every parked motorcycle. You remember everything. Because forgetting can become expensive. The phone vibrates constantly. Blue sedan. 2 pedestrians. Delivery truck arriving. Your replies become shorter. Cleaner. Faster. No wasted words. No emotion. One afternoon, a little boy kicks a football across the road. It rolls toward you. He smiles. Can you pass it back? For 1 second, you forget where you are. You kick it back. He laughs. Runs away. Your phone vibrates. Stay focused. You slowly look around. Where were they watching from? A rooftop? A parked car? A nearby apartment? You never find out. But you understand. Someone always has eyes on you. From that day forward, you stop relaxing. Even when nothing happens. Especially when nothing happens. Because silence usually means someone is waiting. Hours turn into days. Days into weeks. The corner starts feeling familiar. Too familiar. You know which store opens first. Which bus arrives late. Which dog barks at strangers. You no longer feel like a visitor. You feel part of the scenery. And that realization scares you more than anything. Level 3. The first real test. The rain begins without warning. Heavy. Cold. Relentless. The street empties. Most people run for cover. You don't. Your instructions were simple. Stay. No matter what. Water drips from your hood. Cars splash through puddles. Visibility shrinks. Then, a black SUV appears. Dark windows. Slow speed. It circles once. Then again. Then a third time. Not normal. Your heartbeat quickens. You type carefully. Black SUV. Free passes. Message sent. No reply. The SUV parks. Engine still running. Nobody gets out. Seconds feel like minutes. Minutes feel like hours. Your phone vibrates. Observe only. You don't move. Then, another vehicle appears. An unmarked sedan. It slows. The 2 vehicles never touch. Never stop beside each other. Yet somehow, the timing feels deliberate. Both leave in opposite directions. Your phone rings. One ring. Then disconnects. Your shift is over. Later that night, a runner finds you. He doesn't smile. He simply nods. You noticed. That's all he says. 2 words. Yet somehow, they feel heavier than a speech. You passed. Not because you were brave. Because you paid attention. But passing the test creates a new problem. Now, they expect more. And every new expectation comes with greater risk. Level 4. The routine becomes the trap. You stop checking the time. The street becomes your clock. The bakery opens. The first bus arrives. The school bell rings. The market fills. You know every routine. Every shortcut. Every blind spot. People walk past you every day. Most never notice you. That's exactly how it's supposed to be. Blend in. Don't stand out. Don't disappear either. Invisible, but present. A balancing act. One afternoon, a man you've never seen before buys a drink. He doesn't leave. 5 minutes. 10. 20. He's still there, reading the same newspaper. Without turning the page. You send a message. Mail. Blue cap. Stationery. The reply comes almost instantly. Keep watching. Nothing else. You don't know who he is. You don't need to. Your job isn't to understand. Your job is to observe. An hour later, he's gone. No explanation. No follow-up. Just silence. You begin to realize. The less you know, the longer you survive. Questions stay inside your head, because asking them out loud can make you look curious. And curiosity is dangerous. Level 5, the cost of a mistake. Everyone slips. Sooner or later. Today, it's your turn. Your phone buzzes. You don't notice. You're watching traffic. 30 seconds later, it buzzes again. Then again. Finally, you check. Respond. Respond. Where are you looking? Your stomach tightens. You reply immediately. Sorry. No answer. The rest of your shift. Complete silence. That silence feels louder than shouting. Later that evening, a car pulls up beside you. The window rolls down. A familiar face. No anger. No threats. Just one sentence. You can't miss messages. Then the car drives away. That's it. No second warning. You understand. In this world, small mistakes aren't treated like small mistakes. From that day forward, your phone never leaves your hand. You stop listening to music. You stop daydreaming. You stop letting your mind wander. Constant attention becomes exhausting, but exhaustion feels safer than making another mistake. Level 6, looking over your shoulder. Weeks pass. The money keeps coming. Not enough to change your life. Just enough to make leaving harder. You buy new shoes. Your family notices. You found work. You nod. Something like that. The conversation ends there. You hope it stays there. But home doesn't feel like home anymore. Every unexpected knock makes your pulse jump. Every unknown number feels important. Every police siren makes you look out the window. Even on your days off, you scan every room you enter. You automatically count exits. Notice cameras. Study strangers. You can't switch it off. The street followed you home. One evening, you pass another lookout. You exchange a quick glance. No wave. No greeting. No conversation. Just recognition. Both of you understand the same rule. The less that's said, the better. You keep walking. Because in this life, silence isn't awkward. It's survival. Level 7, rumors. Something changes. You feel it. Before you hear it, the usual faces seem tense. Conversations end. The moment you get close. Phones ring more often. People leave quicker. Nobody explains why. Then, a single message appears. Stay alert. That's all. No details. No context. The street suddenly feels different. Every parked car looks suspicious. Every stranger feels out of place. You begin noticing other lookouts. Not because they reveal themselves. Because you're starting to think like one. A quick glance. A subtle nod. A change of position. Silent communication. Hours later, a runner passes by. He doesn't stop. He doesn't even look at you. As he walks past, he quietly says, "Someone's talking." Then he's gone. Talking. To who? About what? Nobody knows. Rumors spread faster than facts. One person says an arrest was made. Another says someone disappeared. Another claims everything is fine. 3 stories. 1 street. 0 certainty. You learn another lesson. Uncertainty creates fear. Fear creates mistakes. So you stay focused. Watch. Report. Repeat. Nothing else. Level 8, the longest night. Your shift starts at sunset. It isn't supposed to end until morning. The air feels heavy. Almost too quiet. The stores close early. Traffic fades. Streetlights flicker. Your phone remains silent. Minutes become hours. No instructions. No updates. Just waiting. Waiting is harder than moving. Your imagination starts working. Every shadow becomes someone. Every sound becomes something. A stray cat knocks over a trash can. You flinch. A motorcycle passes. Too slowly. A taxi parks across the street. Nobody gets out. 5 minutes. Still nothing. You report it. Taxi waiting. The reply comes instantly. Continue observing. The taxi finally leaves. No incident. No explanation. You never learn why it mattered. Close to midnight. Rain begins. The corner empties. You stand alone. Cold. Tired. Alert. Then, your phone rings once. You answer. Silence. The call ends. Moments later, a message appears. Shift over. You walk away without looking back. Only after turning the next corner do you finally breathe. Level 9, reality sets in. Weeks become months. You've memorized every street, every shortcut, every familiar face. What once felt dangerous now feels routine. That's what scares you most. Not the work, not the waiting, the fact that you've gotten used to it. You remember your first day? Your shaking hands, your racing heart. Now, you barely notice. That's how people change. Not all at once. Little by little, day by day, choice by choice. You tell yourself, I'm only watching. But deep down, you know it's more than that. Every message you send shapes someone else's next move. Every report becomes part of something larger. The money still arrives. So does the stress. So does the fear. You begin asking yourself a question, one you've avoided for months. How long can I keep doing this? For the first time, you don't have an answer. Level 10, the crackdown. Morning arrives, but the street doesn't. Something feels wrong. The corner is empty. Too empty. The bakery stays closed. The usual taxi never comes. Even the birds seem quieter. Your phone vibrates. One message. Hold. You wait. 5 minutes. 10. Then, sirens. 1, 2, 5. Then dozens. The sound echoes through the neighborhood. People step outside. Confused. Windows open. Curtains move. Vehicles appear from every direction. The atmosphere changes in seconds. You don't know what's happening, but you know one thing. This isn't normal. Another message. Leave. No explanation. No destination. Just one word. You don't run. Running draws attention. You walk. Steady. Controlled. Every step feels heavy. Your heart doesn't. It races. Behind you. Raised voices. More sirens. Doors opening. Engines shutting off. The entire neighborhood seems frozen. You keep your eyes forward. Don't stare. Don't panic. Don't become memorable. You turn the corner. Then another. Only when the noise begins to fade do you finally stop. Your phone remains silent. For hours. No new instructions. No new messages. Just silence. The loudest silence you've ever heard. You begin to understand. Nothing lasts forever. Not power. Not money. Not fear. Eventually, everything catches up. Level 11, walking away. The next few days, everything changes. The familiar faces disappear. Some simply stop showing up. Some move away. Some are gone without explanation. The corner that once felt alive now feels abandoned. Your phone doesn't ring as often. When it does, you hesitate before answering. For the first time, you think about your life before all this. Sleeping peacefully, laughing without looking over your shoulder, walking home without scanning every street. You miss that feeling, more than the money. You look in the mirror. You barely recognize yourself. Not because you've changed outside, because you've changed inside. Constant suspicion, constant stress, constant fear. You realize you've been surviving, not living. One evening, you stand on the same corner, watching the sunset. No messages, no instructions, just silence. You make a decision, the hardest one yet. You walk away. No celebration, no dramatic speech, just one quiet step. Then another, and another. Leaving isn't glorious. It's uncertain, but uncertainty feels lighter than fear. You don't know what tomorrow brings, only that it has to be different. Because if nothing changes, nothing changes. You refuse to let this corner become your entire future. Your past may explain your choices. It doesn't have to define the rest of your life.